Testing 1 2. Alright, guys. Looks to me like I'm live. And today's sponsor is Wisky. I just want to let you guys all know Shiba Inu and Doge is going to the moon. As you can see right over here, we got Dogecoin, we got Shiba Inu, live feed. Both started with 1,000. I have to admit, Doge is actually going a lot higher, a lot faster. And probably because it's at a higher price, that's why it's got a higher thing. However, Shiba Inu is not doing too bad either. If you look at it, it's actually taking off, and it's very, very oh, there we go. I just noticed that my filter was on. Let me move this down. Oh no! Too much whiskey. Oh, okay, now I know why I had that on. Kind of sort of can see behind me. But anyhow, right now, if you look there and there, they both are spiking like crazy. I don't know exactly what to say about it, but just thought I'd find it out. Like that right there and that right there both started at the same price once I took off. Shiba Inu for some reason was a little slower to take off than Doge, but the main problem that I have right now is the fact that I don't see a viable application for Shiba Inu. What I mean by that is, yeah, they got the coin, but can you spend it? You can trade it, but can you spend it as a currency? At this point, I honestly don't see anything that would actually tell me that. However, Dogecoin, you can buy things. I've actually bought things. I've bought crypto miners, I've bought computer parts, I've actually done some other things with it. And Twitter is eventually, hopefully, going to be the focus. Oh, you could actually, if you have enough, you actually buy a Tesla or Tesla truck with it if you have enough Doge. Well, I look at it this way, physical, you may have enough Doge, especially if you have a lot of Doge, which is like 3 or 5 cents. A lot of it. But Shiba Inu, I'm not too keen on. A lot of people are getting touted. For some reason, it's taken off. I put $100 as a test. Immediately, it dropped all the way down to $30. It sat there for 2 years at $30. It's finally coming up. I'm about, I would probably say, $15 to $20 away from breaking even. And the question that I have for myself is, do I hold Shiba Inu until it makes a profit on my Webull account, which is, Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, how is it showing I got a game? still $18 short. So I'm still $18 in the hole for Shiba Inu. So the question is, do I just hold it until it breaks even, or do you think it's actually going to take off? Right now, the price on both look like they're coming down. However, I'm still way up, so don't assume that because this is going down now, right here, this part right here is bad. Break even on both of these is 1,000. So technically speaking, even though it shows that it's going down on both of these, unfortunately that's not 100% accurate. But I will, let's do it this way. Before, when I would see it do this, I'd sell. Okay, thinking the bull run was over. And because of that sell, all of a sudden I would see, I'll take Dogecoin. I would sell it here, right? And then it would go back up here, then I'd buy it here, and then it would just take right down here. And I'm like, oh crap. And then I start losing money. I'm one of those investors that people like. I bought high, thinking it was going to go higher, and sold low because I thought it was going to go lower. There's only a couple of times where I made the right buy and sell. But now I'm holding it for the long term, and I'm realizing even if it goes down, then I still think the overall aspect of it is actually pretty good. I'm looking at Doge versus Dogecoin right now, and I like Dogecoin better. I've always liked it. I've got a lot of money in Dogecoin. I'm holding it in an outside wallet, but I only put $1,000 worth of Doge in and $1,000 worth of Shiba Inu. And then I wanted to see, I'm going to hold it all the way up until the end of the year. I'm not spending any of it. Even though at this point, my Shiba Inu account, I do think I'm almost wanting to sell that one. But I'm not going to. I got to do this experiment and see which one actually has a better run, Shiba Inu or Dogecoin. And right now, Dogecoin is way higher than Shiba, but here's the reason why. Dogecoin is at the penny mark, so it's going from when I bought it was about 5 cents per coin. Now it's at almost 20 cents per coin, and that's why that's going up faster than Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu is going up the same way, but unfortunately, because it's a smaller increment, you're not seeing the big gains like you're seeing with my Dogecoin. But I just thought I'd mention that real quick. Just because Shiba Inu is showing a profit, but not as big of a profit as Dogecoin, doesn't mean it's not performing as well. But I did think it was interesting because I have to admit, Dogecoin was down there where Shiba Inu is now. And I will state, I did not think that Dogecoin would get to where it's at now. A lot of people probably did. And it shocked the world when it went from where Shiba Inu is now all the way up to where Dogecoin is now. So I thought that was very interesting. But like I said, I still classify Shiba Inu as a scam because of the fact that to me it doesn't have any value that I'm aware of. But it's possible it might have some value that I just didn't see. But Dogecoin, you can buy stuff with it. I've already bought it, even if it goes up or down. But this right here, I can't hide that. Right now, even though they're both doing about the same thing, I have to admit, Dogecoin so far is the winner. Shiba Inu is trying. It's trying. But I don't know, man. We gotta wait and see what happens. And then go from there. If honestly, I'm not exactly 100% sure. A lot of people were predicting this was gonna happen, but I do have to admit, I wasn't expecting this. A lot of times they got a lot of hype, but unfortunately, I don't know what's behind the hype. Hey, bro, kid, welcome to the stream. But as I was saying, I'm not sure what the hype is that's going on, why it's pumping right now, or if it has anything to do with Bitcoin, or, well, let me phrase this. Shiba Inu is on the back, or using the Ethereum chain. And I'm wondering if that's what's driving the pump, because right now Ethereum's at 3,500 per coin right now. That's insane, and I'm not sure how they're doing it with proof of stake. What I've found is people have to buy the Ethereum, that's why it's stable now, and then they have to hold it for a certain amount of time before they can get rid of it. The problem is, with that theory is, you should turn down the music. You can't hear me? What? How's that? Let me turn this one down. Is that better? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Oh, thank you very much. Oh, by the way, right now I am drinking this stuff right here, Gentleman Jack's. As you can see, I'm almost out. I just got this. So once I'm out of the Gentleman Jack, I'm actually going to try some of this. I don't know if it's any good or not, but this stuff is pretty good. I also have a little bit of this right here. Alright, a little bit of this stuff right here. When I ordered it, I thought it was the Jack Daniel Fire, but it was actually Fireball. Don't know if it's better or not. However, I'm not going to drink all this tonight. Don't worry. This is about the size of my drinks. Cool. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. You can hear me fine though, right? Anyhow, as I was saying, I still classify Shiba Inu as a scam coin. Only reason why I say that, it might change. It might change. But for now, I'm still going to represent it as a scam coin. Here's the reason why. On Webull, I bought $100 worth of this coin right here because it was going up, and they were like, oh, it's going to go to the moon. Now, I didn't do my research on this stuff right here, and anyhow, I'm like, ooh, $100. I'm all in because it's still low. And sure enough, that $100 turned out to be $37. And it stayed around this particular price range up until this next bull run happened. This bull run right here with Shiba Inu, I've got about $16 more until I break even on my Webull account. Now the question that I got is, do I, once I break even or small profit, like maybe $3, $4, $5, sell Shiba Inu and then get out of it, and then just leave these two here as an experiment until the end of the year, just to see which one actually does better in the long term? Or Do I leave it in there, see if it will continue to go up on this bull run? Right now it looks like it's going down, but it did this. Oh, just before you panic, it did this last night too. It looked like it was over. I mean, it looked like it was done. It was like all the profits were almost wiped out. However, by about 5 a.m. On Monday, it started pumping. Well, today's Oh no, that was technically yesterday, which was 6 minutes ago. But Monday morning around 5 a.m. It was dumping like this for about 2 hours, and then at 5 a.m. it just took off, and not only did it regain all of its losses, but it ended up going even higher. So just because it's coming down like this, I used to panic when I used to buy and sell this stuff. However, now I don't care if it drops or not, because I am just simply doing I guess you'd call it a social experiment, to see if, just to see if this so-called bull run is really a bull run. So one of two things is going to happen. We're either going to continue to go up. If this, I will say this. This is the part I'm not 100% sure of, but if it does happen, and I'm starting to think it will, but if it does happen, speculative, I got a feeling Dogecoin may go to $1. There's no possible way Shiba Inu can go to a penny. Here's the reason why. They got 4 quadrillion coins in circulation right now. What were they thinking with that? That's more than the world's financial system has. By, I think there's like 50 trillion, so 4 quadrillion. Can you imagine the inflation that would have to happen in order for you to get 4 quadrillion Shiba Inu coin? And that's all in circulation right now. It just, to me, it doesn't make sense. Now, I didn't know this. I thought it was like Dogecoin. Dogecoin produces about 10,000 coins per day. Sounds like a lot. However, when you got people buying hundreds of thousands or millions of Dogecoin a day, it eventually goes up. I will have to admit, Ethereum is like Dogecoin. It actually doesn't have a cap. It continuously produces coins. Okay? Just like Dogecoin. It doesn't have a max. It's not a rare limited coin. Okay? It's constantly printing more coins. I remember when Ethereum was like almost worthless too, similar to Dogecoin. Now it's at $3,500 a coin. I suspect Dogecoin could actually make that. It could actually get there. The only way that coin right over there can do it is if they burn the crap out of Shiba Inu. But that would mean people would have to take heavy losses, which doesn't make sense either. So I'm not sure how they could fix Shiba Inu. I don't see. I think they might be able to go to 0.00007, 0.000, or maybe 8, but getting past the 4 zeros, I don't see that happening unless everybody dumps all the other coins and then invests it in Shiba Inu. But here's the question: if you got Shiba Inu, what can you spend it on? I know you can sell it for fiat and then, put it in your bank and stuff. I'm not worried about that. I'm talking about what can you literally buy. The reason why I ask is Dogecoin. I buy stuff with that all the time. I use this like my fiat currency now because there's more and more places taking this. Now, There are a few places that are taking Bitcoin. But Bitcoin technically is not as adopted as people think it is. In some countries it is, but here in the United States, they do have Bitcoin vending ATMs where you could actually sell your Bitcoin and get cash for it. Okay. Now, that's not a problem. But what I found is Dogecoin is the most adopted coin out there, and it was only a joke coin. They never thought it would actually turn out to be a legitimate coin, or something that would be as much as in demand as all these other coins. And every day they come out with a new coin, a new different coin. They got the Pepe coin, they got the shit coin, they got the Obama coin, they got every kind of coin you can imagine, and more keep coming on the market. But it begs the question: the top of the food chain of main coins like Ethereum and Bitcoin, and altcoins like Shiba Inu and Dogecoin and Pepe. With the market saturated in Bitcoin or crypto in general, the question is this the future? You know, you have the debit card. I remember back in the 80s when they first came out with it. Everybody was like, oh, that's the mark of the beast. It's... get rid of it. No, I'll never use it. Now, almost everything's using that, and some stores are trying to go cashless. Cash is always going to still be around. There's no way to get rid of it. Here's the reason why I say that. They may go mostly to debit card and credit card, but if a system goes down and they cannot accept those debit cards or credit cards, and you've seen it happen, if you don't have cash and they accept cash, then all that stuff that you wanted to buy, you can't take. See, look at this. Right there and right there. What did I tell you? It's already coming back. No panic. Just remember this. The only time you lose in crypto or in stocks is if you sell when it goes down. That one there looked like it went lower. But when you do that and it rebounds the way it's going now, you still have the loss. The only way I find that viable here in the United States is if you're at the end of the year, your stock or crypto is tanking, and you need to do a tax write-off for it. Because as long as you own it, you don't have to pay taxes on it. It's only when you sell it. So if you sell it at a loss, you can use capital losses for that, and you can get all kinds of tax credits for it. I love it. That's the only thing I love about this thing. But at the end of the year, if both of these take a huge loss, I'll sell them as a loss and then say, hey, sorry, I got into it and I realized it wasn't for me, so I got out of it. File my taxes, take the tax loss, get some free cash. Another way of saying it is it's a tax write-off. So that's not too bad. But why do you think altcoins are taking off the way they are? And do you think Bitcoin will actually hit $100,000 by the end of this year? We're already at 60. So the question is, will it hit $100,000 by the end of this year. Because I know if it hits 100,000, the prediction of 1 to 1.5 million, up to $5 million per coin, can happen. But the first goal is to get to 100,000. Oh no, don't worry. Brocade 3, I don't understand all of this either. I'm gonna admit it. I'm more into stocks, but crypto, I've learned the hard way because I got into crypto. I tried day trading is the worst. If you day trade, meaning that when it goes up, you sell, and then you try and buy it when it goes down. Then when it goes up, like it is now, do you sell? Like I sell like right now, and it looks like I'm making a lot of money, but no, it's only like a few dollars. But stocks, I understand a lot more. But I'm more into dividend stocks, so that you invest for the long term, and then they pay you to own their stocks. That is, to me, is what I like. And that's where I like to reinvest in risky options like this to do social experiments. I don't like investing for real in crypto. The only exception is Dogecoin right here. That's the only one that I feel that I have any kind of faith in. The reason why I say that is this. When I first got into Bitcoin, it was at 18,000, almost 18,000 per coin. I put like $2,000 into it. Wasn't paying attention. And all of a sudden, one day, it took a dump. Whew. Okay, I bought in at 18, and it crashed all the way down to 3. Okay. I lost everything I invested. And stupid me sold. I hate to say it. It was a hard lesson. I got soured by it. So I started playing with Dogecoin, trying to what they call day trade it. It was before it was even a penny. I'd buy like let's look at Shiba Inu. $100,000 is about 100 million, almost 200 million Shiba Inu. Looks like a lot on paper, but it's only $1,000. Now, I was doing the same thing with Dogecoin right here when it was lower. But imagine if I owned 100 million Dogecoin when it was at the price of where Shiba Inu is now, and then it shot up to where it was at. I think it was like 68, 69 cents, almost 70 cents before it fell back. Do you know how much money I would be having right now? Oh my God, I don't know what I would do with myself. I'd be so filthy rich, I would have just said, screw it, I'm selling. I'd take the money and run. Okay, now, I don't know how crypto works. I don't even know why people invest in it other than Dogecoin. The only reason why I like Dogecoin is because it's adopted. You can buy equipment. You can buy it. I could buy it. Let's put it this way. I bought food with Dogecoin because there's some places here in the United States, in my area, that actually accept Dogecoin as payment for food. I bought computer equipment. I bought my mining equipment. I bought other things with it, materials, electronics, computers, and what have you. All with Dogecoin. I didn't have to sell the Dogecoin, turn it to fiat, then put it in my bank or to a debit card, and then make the purchase. I did it directly through here, and it was quick and easy. I'm on Robinhood, so if you're not wondering where these accounts are, that's where it's at. But it's weird because on Robinhood they have Bitcoin. And I had to learn this the hard way. I tried to buy something with it, but their Bitcoin's on a different blockchain type thingamajiggy that other sites don't support. That means I can't transfer Bitcoin to different people. I can trade it among other Robinhood accounts, but I can't go outside of Robinhood with Bitcoin. And why it's not standardized for Bitcoin, I have no idea. I had no idea that it was even different types of that. Shiba Inu has the same problem, but not as bad. I can take Shiba Inu, take it to an exchange, and transfer it out. However, Bitforex and there's a couple other exchanges that have a different protocol for it. So I can't just transfer my Shiba Inu from here over to there. It has to be the same blockchain thingamajiggy. I have no idea what it is. But if you accidentally send it thinking that, oh, well, there's Shiba Inu, I got Shiba Inu, I send it over there and presto, it works. No. You send it over there, and if it's on a different blockchain, let's say BC20 is what yours is, there's BC50, you send it over there, and you just burn whatever you sent. They won't receive it, you won't get it back. It's one of the technicalities with cryptocurrency too, which I found out. The reason why I found out is I had 18 million Shiba Inu on unminable. But it had, I think I needed at least 50 million at the time just to cash out, which would have been $47. Why such a high amount? I have no idea. It didn't make sense. However, I found that if I went to this other site and sent it over there, then I could actually cash it out. Well, I forgot about that. And then I started mining on that one. And then I tried to send it to Robinhood and destroyed all of that Shiba Inu that I was mining. So technically speaking, there's no way to get it back. It's just sitting there in outer space going, let me in, bro. Let me in. I'm your long lost uncle. No, it's one of those things. You learn by doing, but if you don't want to lose a lot of money, I would say if you're even interested in getting into this line of investing, huge risk. A lot of these coins are just scam coins, meaning that they pump, you invest, and then they dump. And there have been a few of them. The Luna coin is an example. I saw that, and I'm thinking, how in the heck are they staking at 19% and paying people 19% on this Luna coin for staking it? Where's that 19% coming from? Turns out it was a pyramid scheme. And this pyramid scheme simply just turned that Luna coin that you invested and gave it to somebody else. But the problem was they started getting more people staking than was investing. And pretty soon there was more people investing. They didn't have enough to stake or pay the stakeholders. And I remember I saw this coming too. And I'm thinking, this is just a pyramid scheme. This is going to crash completely. And I remember I saw this guy on YouTube. And he did more research than I did. But he was like, this thing's only going to hold up for like another 2 or 3 months. And then it's going to come crashing and everybody's going to lose everything. I said, he said, this isn't sustainable. Not even 2 weeks later is when it happened. So he was right about it crashing. His timing was a little bit off. He gave him 3 months. It was 2 weeks. Next thing you know, it went from $94 per coin all the way down to 1 cajillionth of a cent. Totally worthless. And people had spent or invested $2 and $3 million into that coin, and turns out that they all got screwed. That wasn't the first time that happened. There was a new coin that came out, took off like the moon. People bought into it. Well, the guy that created the coin sold it all off, sold it for cash, or cashed out his currency, and coin was totally worthless. Never did come back. I think that one there was like $16 million. It was definitely a scam. It was one of the world's worst pump and dumps. And it's one of the risks that you take when you get into this stuff. Dogecoin's been around. Shiba Inu tried to compete with Dogecoin, but their main flaw was they made way too many coins for Shiba Inu. Technically speaking, if they did the same thing that Dogecoin's doing right now, limited, hey, no problem. If they just did what Dogecoin did and limited their output per day, instead of making 4 quadrillion coins and just sit there, stick it out there, I don't think it would have been as bad. But anywho, you have a great night, man, and I will talk to you a little bit later if I see you again. But yeah, Dogecoin, I'm thinking about my next video. I'll probably break it down as simple as possible. Shiba Inu, I will always call a scam coin. Because I still think it is. Even though it's taken off, it looks to me, if I'm lucky, I might be able to break even and get my money back and get out. But on this one here, I don't mind losing the money because this is a social experiment, and I can't sell either one of these until December 31st. And we'll see if I made a profit or if I made a loss, and we will find out. Every once in a while, I'll broadcast just this so that you see the status of where everything's at. I'll be playing either good music or lousy music. If you get a copyright takedown notice, that means that I accidentally played a video that actually said, hey, you're not supposed to be playing that, even though it's a live stream. I think the reason why they do that is because some people have a DVR feature on their system, like I do with YouTube, and they will get it. I like Twitch because they don't usually ban your stream temporarily until you take off the copyrighted music. They just will mute it once it's saved. So technically speaking, I can play anything I want while I'm here. It's just if I save this video and there's copyrighted music, Twitch will actually mute all the copyrighted music, but they will leave everything else the same. Now, the problem is if they're playing the copyrighted music while I'm talking, they may actually mute my voice also while I'm trying to explain something. But we'll see what happens. That's pretty much where it's at. But anywho, it's been an interesting ride because both of these took off the beginning of January, 5 days ago. This one here, most of the time pumped harder than that one. But that one there started pumping harder within the last day or two. So, I don't know. It's possible it might catch up. A little bit, not a lot. But we'll see what happens. If the one thing I did notice is the patterns are really close to each other. That's what I find interesting. Are these things being traded by bots? Is my question. Because when one coin, I have multiple coins on my charts, and when one coin does this, the other ones while not exactly the same, are very, very similar. Look at the difference between Dogecoin and Shiba Inu. Dogecoin's on a different network. Shiba Inu's on the Ethereum network, but yet they're both doing the same thing. They now have ETFs, which probably is what's really driving all of this. But the question is this. Before the ETFs, these things did the same thing. And the one thing everybody noticed was these things follow the NASDAQ, which makes me wonder, are people actually investing in both of these at the same time? Or is there some sort of a bot investor app that actually will automatically deposit money into these coins all at the same time? Because seeing this and this do similar things is kind of odd. They're not exactly the same, but look at the patterns. They're pretty close. But anyhow, I'm going to call it a night. I just wanted to show you guys where we're at. And like I said, December 31st, 2024, I'll sell both of these and I'll tell you which one performed better. And if I take a loss on both of them, it's a tax write-off. So I'm not worried. With that, I will let you guys go, and you guys all have a wonderful evening. And peace out. And I want to enjoy tasting my